Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fpa310 Presentation and I'm from class 80110 5D. So my student ID is 2020-879-346. And in this video I will present about my final presentation of Fpa310. And my industrial training is at Recon Exist. The industrial period is 15 August 2022 until 23 September 2022. And my faculty supervisor is Madam Nur Shilawati binti Abdul Aziz. Next is company background. So Recon Exist India Berhad is Bumi Putra contractor firm and was founded on June 28, 2001 and is based in Negeri Sembilan. It was overseen by two board of director, which is Datin Nur Latifah Harun and Ahmad Afiq Daniel bin Muhammad Khairuddin, who opened the road for this business in the agricultural sector. In the beginning of Recon Exist India Berhad, they had a 10-acre tract of land in Mantin, Negeri Sembilan for growing fruit crops like durian, dukong and petai. So the vision and mission of Recon Exist is 36 acres of pineapple land that will be finished at the end of 2022. Will be able to support 500,000 pineapple output in 2023. The director in Recon Exist Company India Berhad is Encik Ahmad Afiq Daniel bin Muhammad Khairuddin. Next is summary of tasks. In week 1, we do activity like weeding, cleaning, chemical tank, spraying herbicide and build a chemical store. For the week 2, we build a store for tools, spraying herbicide, cleaning the herbicide store and weeding. And week 3, we have activity like covering the pineapple and hard root control and weeding. Next is week 4. We have activity like weeding, spraying hormone, planting sucker and covering the pineapple. And at week 5, we have one activity and it is fertilizing, because we focus to fertilize at new plot. And week 6, the activity we do is hard root disease, harvesting and grading the pineapple fruit. For the first main activity that we do is weeding. So the objective of this activity is to avoid competition and to avoid unwanted plant. So the list of material that we use is Duron and Tebunas. So the equipment that we use is hose sprayer and also hose pipe. So the procedure of this activity is, first we using a herbicide and then we apply the herbicide to the weed. So for the labor cost is RM7.21 and for the cost of Duron is RM110 per bottle and Tebunas is RM210 per pack. Next activity is covering the pineapple. So the objective of this activity is to prevent pineapple from getting direct sunlight and to make sure pineapple is in a good condition. So the list of material and equipment is stapler and scissor. So the procedure to do covering pineapple is, first we find a pineapple that has a big crown. Second, we put the cover over the pineapple. And lastly, we clip it together by using a stapler. So the labor cost of this activity is RM7.21. Next activity is hard root control. So the objective of this activity is to prevent pineapple plant from getting hard root disease and to prevent disease from spreading to other pineapple plant. So the list material and equipment for this activity is chisel, wheelbarrow, knapsack sprayer, and nativo, which is fungicide. So the procedure for the activity is, first we find a pineapple that have the symptom of heart rot disease, and then we pluck out the infected plant using a chisel. Lastly, we spray at the place where the plant just got removed with nativo. So the cost of nativo is RM145 per packet. So the outcome of this activity is to identify the pineapple that have been infected is by pulling the leaf of the pineapple. For the activity 4 is fertilizing. The objective of this activity is to supply enough nutrient for crop and to improve the crop growth. The list of material and equipment is bucket, scissor, plastic bottle, and the fertilizer, which is Yaramila. So the procedure of this activity is, first we fertilizer, which is Yaramila, were put into the bucket by using the plastic bottle, and then the fertilizer were put in the hole in a handful of fertilizer that represent 40 gram. The hole were made between the two plants, and lastly the fertilizing process were done at the entire plot. The cost of the Yaramila is RM300 per unit. The outcome of this activity is one handful of fertilizer is equal as 20 gram. And the last activity is harvesting. The objective of this activity is to harvest ripe pineapple and then to grade pineapple based on its weight. The list of material and equipment of this activity is knife, basket, and weighing scale. The procedure of harvesting is, first look for pineapple that are almost ripe, and then cut the stem of the pineapple from the plant, and lastly we put the pineapple into a basket. The labor cost of this activity is RM7.21. The outcome of this activity is to identify the mature fruit is by looking at the bottom of the pineapple fruit. If it yellow, it is ready to harvest. And next is conclusion. During my industrial training period in Taman Kekal Pengeluaran Makanan or TKPM Lanchang, Pahang, I had gained a lot of experience, knowledge, and exposure about a field and industry management for pineapple farm. At there, I also learned on how to manage or take care of the pineapple more nicely and smoothly. For example, I have acquired a knowledge of harvest the pineapple fruit of MD2. Also, I had been taught to do pruning pineapple in a proper way. For the recommendation, I recommend that the company should increase the farm equipment, because at there we short in equipment. For example, equipment for pruning such as machete. Because of that, we need to share the equipment, and this can lead us to delay our work. So I suggest that the supervisor need to be aware and provide enough equipment so that the work can done faster and nicely. This is some reference that I use to complete my logbook and also my final report. So that's all for me. Thank you.